What do you use to remind yourself that everything isn't that bad? That realization for me sucked because it was related to my parents. They don't know shit. Yep, but it frees up your parents from the expectation that they are perfect people. It's usually a hard pill to swallow, but I feel it becomes easier to handle their flaws when you realize that they are just two kids that grew up and had a baby. That despite the fact I suffer kidney failure and am on dialysis 3 days a week, I remind myself that I'm at least still alive and can still be with my family. Many other serious illnesses don't give that luxury. Would like to point out I'm from UK for those who have asked. Scotland to be more specific. I'm on dialysis too. I switched to peritoneal dialysis a couple years ago after having been on hemodialysis for a year. I cannot stress enough how much better my quality of life has become. I treat myself at home every night while I sleep. No more needles. No more sitting in a chair for 4 hours every other day. It's also much easier to travel. But most importantly, I feel better than I did on hemo. I always felt like a zombie after hemo. The dietary restrictions are also not as severe. I strongly recommend you speak to your nephrologist about PD. It's easy to do, and you will regain a lot of control of your life. You will not regret it. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. Edit, Silver and Gold. Thank you. I want anyone reading this who does not have a loved one in kidney failure to consider becoming a non-directed kidney donor. In the United States, just 150 to 250 people donate this year, either shortening the deceased donor list or starting donor chains. This isn't like the blood marrow registry, where 10-meter people are registered and just 6k are called each year. I donated 5 weeks ago and feel fantastic. You can truly make a difference in someone's life for really just a week of hardship. I text a friend and see if they want to have dinner. We plan something and cook it with a good drink, then another, repeat as necessary. Life feels pretty good after a few drinks and dinner with friends. Also, I get to try out a lot of new recipes. What are these friends you speak of? I learned in college the danger of having friends you also work with, so now I pretty much just don't have friends I can just invite over. I was diagnosed with leukemia a month ago. Can confirm I just want normalcy again. Edit. Thanks everyone for the kind messages. I'm gonna kick the shit out of this thing. So true. As bad as things may seem, I have certain people in my life I couldn't live without. As long as they are okay, I ultimately don't care about anything else. It's like that old ranking system trick. They ask you to rank your problem on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a shitty problem, so the person ranks it at like an 8. Then the questioner says a level 10 ranking is equivalent to your house burning down, and you are the only one to escape. The original problem no longer seems like a level 8. In psychology it is called reframing. Very useful exercise for anxiety. Riding my bike and listening to music, it takes my mind off of everything, and I forget what's going on, and I'm just happy. Edit. Holy crap, thanks for the upvotes and the to silver. I just got out of work so this is a shocker lol. Thanks everyone. I did this and got checked. Checked meaning I was asked where I was from by a gang member. I live in a very gentrified neighborhood and I just got this blue bike I was excited to ride, so I throw on some clothes and head down the street. Welp, some dude in a black truck asked where I was from, and I took my happy ass home riding through the alleyways like in the movies. I realized I was wearing all blue with my shades on and on a blue beach cruiser. Learned my lesson. Don't wear all blue in a red neighborhood. Hopefully this gets past all the award stuff, but one thing that reminds me that everything isn't all bad is that I have people and pets that want me around. I can have an utterly terrible day, come home, and my dog is waiting at the door to greet me. Every day, I'll go lay down, and he'll come cuddle with me. My sister notices the funk and will make me dinner or a dessert or something to lift my spirits, and I don't have to say a word. I'm close enough with my best friend that he can notice something off about me just by the way I text, and he'll come over to play some video games and talk. Please remember that there are people around you that love you and care for you. When you're having an utterly shit day, there are people that actively want to make it better because they care for you. You may not notice the ways that they do it, but they do. It can be as simple as just asking how your day was, they know, they can tell, or as elaborate as taking you out to unwind and have a fun time to forget and relax. No one is ever alone in this world, even if you feel it. And, if you genuinely feel it, message me. I'm always welcoming conversations from anyone. I laugh at myself for being a big or. Edit. I think someone's trying to get people to reply to this thread for one reason or another. Maybe they feel others need to see the replies? I can die later. The world is going to kill me, whether I like it or not, so why not stick around for a few more decades and see what happens? In some ways it's comforting to know I don't have to do this forever, and I don't have to kill myself. Curiosity and things to look forward to, even TV shows, games, movies, or visits from relatives. I always pick something to look forward to. I've heard that's a really good strategy for people struggling with suicidal thoughts. Pick one or two things that are coming out weeks or months from now, a new game, book, movie, whatever, and remind yourself that you will miss out on that one thing if you go through with it. It's the little things that keep us going, and it's the little things that are often the most important. This comment is honestly life-changing. I've been feeling pretty down and was having suicidal ideation for a few weeks. This is a hopeful perspective, something I've never thought of, but a way I can manage or rearrange those thoughts. Thank you. That I'm still breathing. After 2 suicide attempts I haven't had a negative thought like that in a long fucking time, a year to be exact. I haven't had a drink in a few weeks and yeah, I'm starting back at a job that I lost a few years ago. Surprised that they're giving me another shot. Also, it's winter but it's been so beautiful the last week, and when my husband gets off work, we are gonna go down to the water and just kick it. My cat pretty much instinctively knows when I'm down. He gets very cuddly and won't leave my side if I'm upset. My fiance always says that he must be a loved one reincarnated. My youngest daughter Emma, she is 1.5 years old and just knows how to enjoy every second of life. She wakes with a smile and goes to bed grinning while holding her Winnie the Pooh. She falls while walking and just dusts herself off and keeps going. Every time she hears a motorcycle she says, "Oh oh 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 oh," and then vroom vroom while signing motorcycle. This is beautiful. I'm very glad that you have poetry to help you be happy, Sprog, because you've absolutely spread that happiness to countless people on this ridiculous website. You're undoubtedly a gifted enough writer to take your talent literally anywhere else, but thank you for spending the effort entertaining us here on Reddit. I'm still getting notifications about it. Thank you so much to whoever is trolling me, but it's appreciated, not deserved, but appreciated. I can't believe the response this has received. I couldn't imagine this. You are all breathtaking, as a wise man once said. I'm sorry I can't respond to you all. Edit. I'm so overwhelmed, you guys. I don't know where to cry or laugh, or just jump on my bed like a child in a Christmas advert. Thank you so much. I just wanted to comment on this and say thank you to everyone. I'll try and respond to everyone, but I'm a slow typer on a phone that freezes. Also, thank you to the person giving away these awards. You're making a lot of people happy. Edit. This is on the top posts page. If this makes it to an r/YouTube video, I'll piss my pants. I'm still trying to respond to everyone, but I'm not making much progress. I remember that I have HIV and how bad it is. And then I remind others that their life's not that bad because they could have HIV like me. The only thing that breaks my heart is seeing children with cancer or congenital illnesses. That makes me feel for the kids and their families. You know what I do when I have a really bad, awful, terrible day? I imagine my great-great-great-granddaughter in the future talking to her class about me. She's poised and funny and tells people about me and how everything worked out in the end. And when I think about that, I think about how everything's going to work out. Because how else could she tell people? Things for me are at the worst they've been for a while. I feel like I struggle every day with some different problem. I don't really wanna go into it, but it's tough. But every night I sit down and I play my games and relax. If I ever find myself thinking about it, I realize how everything could just tip over the edge and be that much worse, but it's not. I'm much more fortunate than most. I may not have much money, but I get by. I have my games. I have my family. I have a house. And I have food. It could all be much worse. I have anxiety/depression issues. I tend to get myself very worked up and go from 0 to omega it's the apocalypse in 3.7 seconds. Lately, I find it's helpful to stop, breathe, and take inventory. 1. I have a stable, good paying job. 2. Husband has a good paying, stable job. 3. My kids are healthy and happy. 4. All of our basic needs are being met. It's sort of like, get back to the basics and think about the things I can control today. No, those things are not guaranteed to be true tomorrow or next week or in a decade. But today they are true, and it's okay. Thanks for watching this video. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. Public daily new videos, you can check previous videos.